This video is a result of my sister, Kim, visiting us from San Francisco. Of course, living in San Francisco, Kim couldn't help but acquire a little bit of the city's smugness.
We're a little more progressive and ahead of the curve here in San Francisco.
I felt it was up to me, sort of a challenge if you will, to show her that Los Angeles was just a classy place, if not more, than San Francisco. Oh, and by the way, that's not fog, that's smugness. San Francisco is known for classy, expensive restaurants like Gary Danko and Chapeau. So I thought I would counter that by starting off with breakfast at the Police Academy in Elysian Park. Here's the entrance gate to the Police Academy. By the way, you might recognize it from the start of the old TV series T.J. Hooker. This is a real police academy. You can sit and have breakfast or lunch with uniformed cops. Probably the safest meal that you ever have in your life. Next stop was York Boulevard and Highland Park. In keeping with the police theme, we stopped off at a place called Donut Friend. Inside was this mural on the wall. Notice the drums and guitar made out of donuts. The message at the bottom reads, "Donuts done differently," and
"That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!"
Donuts done differently is right. These babies were gourmet in every sense of the word. Here's the one I got. Just reading the description on it leaves me with words that I can't explain.
Really, the only word for it is...
I think this is the one my sister got. If these two don't meet your gastro perversion, then take a look at a couple more of them that I pulled off their menu. San Francisco has more high-end stores than you can shake a credit card at. So to impress my sister, we continued down York Boulevard to Galcos Old World Grocery. Once inside the store, and immediately to your left, is a row of old-time candy bars from your childhood memories. But what Galcos mostly has are aisles of hard-to-find sodas. Lots and lots of sodas. Some from the past, and some that are only sold in different areas of the United States. Here are a few of the different ones that I spotted. Remember the comic strip, Little Abner? Jack Black's Blood Red Cola. Where else can you find this? Let's see, espresso coffee soda. Hell, that'll get you going. One called Sipping Cherry Cola, Spider Venom. Galcos also deals with all types of beers. My sister was familiar with Anchorstein beer since they brewed that up in San Francisco. I love the name of this next one, although I've never seen it up there in San Francisco. Here are a few more that you might not find in your regular grocery stores. After that, we drove a short distance down York Boulevard to the Los Angeles Police Museum. Before 1983, the museum building was an actual police station. Inside, you can take a look at some actual jail cells. Wait a second. There's one that's still occupied. It's that famous hardened criminal, Shifty Shiv.
When I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole.
Here's a giant poster of a famous police badge. And who wore number 714? That's right, none other than Detective Joe Friday from the show Dragnet.
The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Something's a little fishy about this lining. I think I want to talk to my lawyer. Here's my sister Kim sitting down to demonstrate how mug shots were taken. And speaking of mugs, here's one that only a mother could love. 1 out of 12, 1 out of 12. See the woman dressed in black, makes her living lying on her back. Think they'd mind if I took it out for a little spin? Gee, promoted to the motorcycle division in only one day. Out in the back of the museum, we found this bitchin' 1958 Chevy patrol car. There are 75 bullet holes in this 96 Ford Crown Victoria police car. It was involved in the infamous North Hollywood Bank of America shootout. They even had a police helicopter on display there. You know what? I think I can handle one of these babies. Looks like it's time for a little crowd dispersal. Now, which one of these operates the flamethrower? Wasn't that? Damn, I don't think it's this one either. I'm 6'2" and it is cramped in here. Back inside, we checked out a display of different types of handcuffs. You can have a lot of fun with one of these and some whipped cream. At least that's what I've heard anyways. Next, we took a quick look at an exhibit dedicated to the Symbionese Liberation Army. Next was an exhibit on the Onion Field murder. The Onion Field murder is the story of two LA police officers who were kidnapped in Hollywood and driven up to an onion field near Bakersfield, where Officer Campbell was shot to death. Here's a picture of the two handguns used to shoot Officer Ian Campbell. This mannequin was used in the trial of the two criminals to show where Ian Campbell had been shot. Here's a picture of 4 police officers reenacting where the actual shooting took place. The C and the H stand for Officers Hettinger and Campbell, while the S and the P stand for criminals Jimmy Lee Smith and Gregory Powell. The tradition of a bagpiper at a fallen police officer's funeral started with the Onion Field murder. Officer Campbell, because of his Scottish heritage, practiced the bagpipe. Because of that, a bagpiper was at his funeral, and so a tradition was started. The last exhibit we saw in the museum was on the February 28, 1997 North Hollywood shootout. Here's a display of the two perpetrators in the body armor that they wore. The gun battle lasted 44 minutes and an estimated 2,000 rounds were fired in the gun battle. It's amazing that only the 2 bank robbers were killed. Also on display was a picture of a copy of the LA Times when Robert Kennedy was shot, a picture of Charles Manson, who stood only 5 feet 2 inches tall, and a picture of the serial killer Richard Ramirez, also known as the Night Stalker. Then it was one more stop in Highland Park, this time to see the famous 22-foot tall statue of Chicken Boy, which was once perched atop a fried chicken restaurant. It's also known as the Statue of Liberty of LA. I mean, come on, does San Francisco have anything as classy as LA's Chicken Boy? In the area, I saw this sign in the window. Right on, baby. Right on. Across the street was this business. Boy, I tell you, I really kicked myself in the ass for not going in there and checking it out. After that, we left Highland Park and headed over to Eagle Rock for a late lunch at the Chateau Lemongrass. Great food at a reasonable price. From there, we headed over to Glendale to visit the Museum of Neon Art. You can't miss it. Just look for the giant neon artwork on top of the building. Here's a piece of neon artwork that greets you at the door. And anyone who's lived in Southern California will appreciate this sign for the Pep Boys, Manny, Mo, and Jack, part of the old automotive store. Remember those days as a kid when you used to go out and catch lightning bugs in a jar? The main exhibit was titled Motel California. Here's a few of the neon signs that they had exhibited here. This one was from the Seal Beach Motel. Here we find the XXX section of the museum. I'm willing to bet a lot of love went into these pieces of neon art. That's right, baby. Shake it, but don't break it. Here's some more neon sign artwork. This is one of a man filling a stein full of beer. I don't have a problem with my drinking. I drink, I get drunk, I pass out. This monstrous neon sign used to be on top of the Chinese theater in Hollywood. I'm thirsty, but I can't decide what I want. And this sign sure isn't helping out. After seeing everything in the museum, we headed back to Eagle Rock to Casa Bianca for some excellent pizza pie. And that pretty much finished up the first day visit to LA. And in case my sister wasn't convinced that LA was classier than San Francisco, I had a few tricks up my sleeve for the next day.